My guest today is Kathy Jenkins. She is the Chief Executive Officer for New Directions of Horry County. Thank you so much for joining us for Living Local Carolina today.
Thanks, Nicole. I'm happy to be here.
Well, New Directions takes care of the homeless in Horry County, and you have a mission that started some 12 years ago. Talk about New Directions creation. You've been on board since the beginning.
Well, you know, it's really kind of a long story, but I'll try to make it really concise. A group of people, including the city of Myrtle Beach, had come together and they started looking at how do we stop the growing homeless population. There's no real coordination of effort. There were 4 homeless shelters in the city limits of Myrtle Beach, and you know, we are a city of only about 30,000 permanent residents. And how can we be more efficient and effective in the way we serve the homeless in our community? And New Directions was born out of that, to actually come in and take those 4 organizations who are run by 4 different directors and 4 boards and turn it into one organization with 1 board of directors and 1 management team. And that's what we've done.
Too often, it would seem that society thinks that people who are homeless want to be there, or they've just made really bad choices and they don't want to lift themselves up out of the situation they are in. That's not necessarily the case. There's a lot of stigma surrounding homelessness.
Absolutely. And there is a small percentage of the homeless population in our community, and probably every community. You know, people who are homeless have gone through a lot of different things. Every story is different, every individual is different, and every individual has a different track. But what we have found that is consistent is that people need to change the way they think. So currently we are teaching classes in our shelters, and we like to say that when somebody comes into the shelter, we give them this opportunity to come in, and for the first 30 days, we're going to let them rest, regroup, and rediscover hope.
Well, thank you for what you're doing in the
you.
community to help those in need, and thank you for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.